All right, let's jump right in. What in the world could possibly connect those colorful puppets your toddler watches with, say, the actual lions of the African savanna? Well, it turns out there's a really brilliant strategy at play here, one that builds a bridge from a kid's screen time straight to the real world.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Over here, you've got this super carefully crafted world of baby Einstein, right? Simple puppets, bright colors, classical music. It's like a baby's very first introduction to big ideas. And then, way over here, you have the wild, complex reality of a safari. I mean, these two worlds feel like they're a million miles apart. Or are they?
So yeah, that's the big puzzle we're going to solve today. Because the thread that ties these two things together isn't some happy accident. No, it's a powerful and totally intentional strategy. It's all designed to spark curiosity from the absolute earliest age.
So where does this all begin? Well, it starts with one of the biggest names in entertainment you can possibly think of.
Back in 2001, Disney went and acquired Baby Einstein. And honestly, that one move, it's the key to this whole thing. It basically created a direct pipeline, a pathway, from the characters a toddler sees on a screen to the real-world experiences waiting for them at a place like Disney's Animal Kingdom.
So how does this actually work in the real world? This is where it gets really fun. Let's take a look at how that screen time translates directly to the savannah.
Okay, first up, let's meet Leo the lion. He's this friendly, kind of simple puppet, right? He's designed to be super approachable and engaging for a really young audience. He's the perfect, non-scary first look at the king of the jungle.
And then, boom, here's the payoff. You see the magnificent real-life lions at Disney's Animal Kingdom. You can start to see how that journey from a simple puppet to this awe-inspiring animal just clicks into place, can't you?
And the pattern just keeps going. Here's Zen the zebra. The whole idea of a zebra is kind of boiled down to its simplest parts, a friendly face and those unmistakable stripes, easy to recognize. And because of that simple introduction, seeing a whole herd of real zebras on the Kilimanjaro safaris becomes that much more incredible. The puppet gives you the idea, but this experience, this gives you the breathtaking context.
And one more for good measure, Gigi the giraffe. Her whole design, that super long neck, the gentle face, it's all meant to make this giant animal seem charming and really easy to understand.
And the reward, of course, is seeing these incredible animals in person, just gracefully moving across the park savannah. So from Gigi the puppet to a real towering giraffe, that bridge from a simple concept to the real thing is now complete.
Okay, so you can see this is way more than just some clever marketing. There's a very specific educational philosophy working behind the scenes here. So let's break down the why behind this whole method.
Really, at its heart, the entire strategy is about building a mental bridge for a young mind. You start with a simple, friendly version of an idea. And that little bit of familiarity becomes the foundation a child can then use to understand and get excited about the much more complex real world.
And this isn't random at all. It's a carefully designed, multi-sensory approach. First, you introduce an idea with a simple puppet to make it friendly. Then you reinforce it with real-world footage to connect it to reality. And finally, you bring in classical music to engage their hearing and deepen that connection. It's a whole full-circle learning model.
You know, this technique actually has a name in educational circles. It's called concept scaffolding, and it makes perfect sense. Just like scaffolding on a building gives support while it's being built, these simple puppets provide that first bit of support for a kid's understanding, which can then be built on later with more and more complex info. Okay, so let's zoom out a little. Why does this connection, this bridge between the digital screen and the physical world, why does it matter so much, especially for little kids?
Well, the benefits are actually huge. This whole approach transforms what could be passive screen time into a launchpad for active curiosity. It takes an abstract idea from a TV and makes it real, something you can touch and see. It reinforces learning in different ways and, maybe most importantly, it encourages kids to get genuinely excited about exploring the actual natural world.
And that really brings us to the core idea behind this entire model. The screen isn't supposed to be the destination, it's just the starting line. The goal was never just to entertain, but to spark a curiosity that actually leads to real-world discovery.
So this leaves us with a really important question, especially today. The whole Baby Einstein to Animal Kingdom pipeline is one pretty powerful model. But it makes you think, right? How can all of us find more creative ways to build these kinds of bridges, to make sure that a kid's digital world doesn't end up replacing the real one, but instead actually leads them back to it?